Hello, it's Gem Games here once again and welcome to this new Unreal Engine 5 tutorial. In this video we're going to continue with the objective system. So yeah, let's get started. So first we want to go to the structures folder and to the game event, and we want to open the GE objective struct. Okay? We created this on the last episode, and here we will have to add 4 new variables. First one will be called mean objective index, and it will be type integer. I will explain to you later what all this does. And the next variable will be called needed objective, and it will be type text. Okay, and the third one will also be text, but it will be called new objective. Okay, and the fourth and the last one will be called increase objective index, and it will be type boolean, like that. Now let's save, and we can actually close this. The next thing that we want to do, we want to go to the blueprints folder and we want to open the BB horror game mode. Okay, open full blueprint editor. Here we will have to add 2 variables. First one will be called objective index, and it will be type integer, and let's actually create a category for it called objective. Okay, now when we duplicate this, it will already be on the objective category, and this will be called current objective, like that, and it will be type text. Simple as that. Now we can just compile, save all, and we can close this. So the next thing that we want to do, we have to go to the interactable folder and to the game event. And here we want to open the game event blueprint class. Okay, and let's delete everything else than the event begin play. Then what we want to do, we want to right click and we want to get game mode. And from this we want to cast to what was the game mode's name? GM game mode BB horror game mode. Yeah, I didn't remember that, but yeah. Okay, and then we want to get from the as BB horror game mode, and we want to promote it to a variable. Then I want to select this and press Q to align, and actually I don't want that to be. Okay, now it's better. So the next thing, after we have created this reference to our game mode, what we want to do is we want to create a, oh sorry, we already have this game events variable here. And actually, let's select the SBB horror game mode and let's create a category for this called ref, so it's easier to find them. And now we have this game events array here. We want to just get it. Then we want to get the length, and we want to promote that to a variable, because that way we will know how many game events we have. So let's rename this variable to be events total amount or something like that. Okay, now we have to create a new custom event under here. So custom event, this will be called next event checker. I don't know, I'm not good with these names. You can rename it after to whatever you want. But yeah, now up here we want to just call this next event checker, next event checker, like that. And now here, what we want to do next is we want to add a branch, so P and left click, and we want to check if our current event index is less than the event's total amount. So let's create a new variable and let's call it event index, and let's change it to integer. Now let's get it. Event index less than event's total amount. And I actually want to move this event index over the total amount like this. So we're checking if our event index is less than the event total amount. If it is, then we can continue. We want to get our game events again. And from here, we want to get a reference. And then we want to get our event index to this index. Then we want to promote this to a variable from the true. So this will be called current event. Okay. After that, we want to get our event index, and we want to ++, so increment integer. So we will add 1 to it. And after that, what we want to do, we want to create yet another custom event here. This will be called game event, like that. Now let's just call it game event. Game event call function like this. Okay. And now, one more time, let's create yet another custom event. I got it right. Okay, this custom event will be called objective. Now here on the game event, let's just call the objective, because here we will call all the events that we will create later on. But for now, we will only have this objective. Now here on the objective, we want to get the current event, and we want to right click and split it, so it will split it to all of its things that it has inside, and it only has the objective right now. Now let's get from the objective and check is not empty, like this, and let's add a branch, so P and left click. So if is not empty is true, then what we want to do, we want to get again from this, get a reference. Let's get the index 0, and from here we want to break GE objective struct like this. Sorry, not like that. We want to promote it to a variable. Sorry, from the true like this. Okay, and this variable will be called current objective struct. Okay, because we're getting our objective. If it's not empty, we will get the 0 index from it, and we will promote it to a variable for easier access. Now let's split this. Now what we want to do is we want to get our SBB horror game mode, and we want to get the objective index like this. Then we want to check if it's greater or equal to this mean objective index. Okay? Because we will be checking if we can like call this event basically. Okay? And after that, let's add a branch. So P and left click again, like this. And from the true, let's create another branch here. Then what we want to do now is we want to get our needed objective. And let's equal, and we want to equal exactly text like this. Now let's add a reroute to around here, and up, 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 even more like that. And let's actually move this closer here. And we want to check, let's get a format text. We want to check if it's empty. So we have not set anything to here. Okay? Because if it's empty, then we can continue. If it's not, then we will have to check if it's the same as the current objective. So from the false, let's add yet another branch. For the false. Here, we want to, let's create a reroute here. Let's get from this reroute, and we want to check if it's equal exactly text. And let's get it to around here. And let's add yet another reroute like this. Now, so I had some technical problems, so I had to continue another day. But yeah, now let's get the SBB horror game mode reference, and from here let's get the current objective, get like this, and we want to check if it's equal, and if it is, we want to create another branch, so being left click, and from the false let's connect to here, and like this. Okay. So yeah, first we're checking that our mean objective index is our objective index is greater than our mean objective index. If it is, we can continue. After that, we're checking if our needed objective is empty, so we don't have any needed objective. If it is, we can continue. If it's not, we will check if the needed objective is same as our current objective. And if that's true, we will connect this also to here. And these two will go to the same. Okay, so let's continue. Let's go to here. And now what we want to do, we want to get our objective struct. Let's get it to here and let's split it like this. And now we want to get our objective struct new objective, and we want to promote it to a variable. Sorry, I'm stupid. No. Forget that. We want to get the SBB horror game mode, and from here we want to set current objective like this, and we want to connect this new objective to the current objective. Now from here, from the true to here, and also from here, actually let's add a reroute so it looks a little bit better like that. Okay, and yeah, let's also add a reroute to here like that. So if this is true, or if we go from here and this is true, then we will set our new objective basically. So new objective to the current objective. After that, what we want to do, we want to actually print string to see that everything works. So let's move this to here. Let's connect it to here. Let's get this like that. So we'll print our objective. After that, we want to create a branch. So be left click. Here we want to check if increase objective index. So if with this event we want to increase the index or not. Let's add some reroutes like that. And after that, from the true, we want to just get our SBB horror game mode. And from here, we want to get our objective index, get objective index. And from here, plus plus increment integer, like this. Simple as that. Okay. Compile. Let's save all. Let's go back to our map. Now we have our event trigger here. And now we can see here under the index. Actually, if you don't have this here, like this, you will have to add element. And now you can open the index and you can add objective. Now when we open this, we have this mean objective index. We don't have to touch this. Needed objective, we don't have to touch that either. And we can set a new objective. Let's call this objective 1 or whatever. Okay, now when we interact with that box, what we cannot see for some reason, you can see we have the objective 1 here on the screen. Now let's do one more thing here on the event trigger. For now, let's open the trigger box and let's actually set the hidden in-game to false so we can actually see the box. But yeah, now you can, I will show you again. Here on the screen, check this place. When I walk here, objective 1, okay? Now if we duplicate this and move it to here, and if we set our mean objective index to 1, it will not, let's actually call this objective 2 maybe. Now if we interact with this trigger here, it will not say anything because we don't have the needed objective index. But shit, I will have to reopen the editor. So I'm back again. Now if we click this and we change this, here we have the mean objective index. If we change this from the first one to this increase objective index, if we click this, make this true, it will change our index from 0 to 1, and after that we should be able to interact with this. So let's try again. If we interact with this first, objective 1, if we go here, objective 2, as you can see, now it works. And why do we have this needed objective and also objective index? Because they are basically work the same way. I made it that way because I think the objective index, we should leave it to 0 as default. And when we have created all our stuff on our level that we have to find for, how do I explain it? For now, like objective 1, then we have another objective that has needed objective, objective 1, and there it, let's say the first objective is go to the house. When we go to the house, we have objective here that needs go to the house objective, and it will say find something. And when we have done all these things here, then we can increase the objective index. And for example, we have another objective on the same level that you might have walked through, but it has not activated because your objective index has not been correct yet. So yeah, when we have some more stuff here that we can actually add all these to the level, then I will explain it better. But yeah, so yeah, that is basically it. If you liked the video, please click the like button and subscribe for more. Yeah, hope you have a great day and see you on the next one.